Anu Ningam from Fetch, also winner from LA. Please welcome to the stage. Give him a hand, please. Green button. 3 minutes.
Hey guys, how many of you guys remember getting your first smartphone? Wasn't it fun? You actually enjoyed searching for apps. You found something new. It used to be a fun experience. Now what is it like? You open it up and it's like, oh my God, I gotta fight through these top lists. I search for keywords. The apps don't even describe what I like. And that's what we experienced too, and that's what even Carlos was talking about before. How do you discover those small little nuggets, those golden gems? And that's why we created Fetch. It's basically a next generation app discovery app that searches for you and does the work. So we created a beautiful UI. We spent a lot of time on it. And here's an example of it. So you can search for games, start with racing. And when you get it, you see cool results that are actually tagged by our editors with racing as a feature, as a trait. And you can add sci-fi. Or you can go over to Apps 2 and type in music. And hit the music button. You see music results. And the key part here is you can actually add more traits to really narrow down exactly what you're looking for. So you want, say, music sequencers, because you mentioned music sequencers app. The really cool part about it is you can even start with an app or game you have installed on your phone. So maybe I have Plants vs. Zombies 2 on my phone. I can search for similar, and it becomes a trait up there. But you know what? I got some kids. I don't want it to be so undead. I want animals. So you get apps like Plants vs. Zombies 2 with animals. If you like it, you hit that little follow button up there, and you get results in your feed that basically match those traits. And that's what basically Fetch is about. It's giving you a feed of personalized apps or games that match what you're looking for. And how we do this is something we've been working on for over 1.5 years called the App Genome and Game Genome Project. We have human editors in San Francisco working with our engineers and algorithm guys coming up with the right genome. They have been tagging for a while, and we've tagged almost 8 out of 10 apps on your phone in the US, and so we get high coverage. So we started with our own, we did the technology, we did the app. It has over 90K installs, but the one thing which happened 3 days ago is we merged Fetch with another app called Best Apps Market, which has over 10 million installs. So some of these numbers don't matter anymore, which is users are doing transactions, but we now have mass distribution. Business model, of course, is you have users with these unique traits that they can do, and you can target them in unique ways. And the other really cool part we're going to be focusing on in the coming year is getting you to those long-tail apps that just come out, they're brand new, you're interested in, and also e-commerce, which is, hey, you have an app installed, maybe it's a coupon or something you want based on what you have installed. So again, Fetch is a beautiful app, accurate results, great early traction, now great traction, and it's a win-win business model where we're sending small devs users who are actually interested in their apps, and everyone wins. That's Fetch.
Thank you, Anu. Jury, do you have some questions?
What input information do you use to make the recommendation?
So again, we have two things. We actually take your phone on Android, we see the apps you've installed, we create a genome profile of you based on the tagging our editors have done, and our editors are actually tagging every day new apps and games, and they're actually manually tagging, rating, ranking, because some of these apps have like 500 installs or 1,000 installs. Really about finding those new apps that you might love, and we match those new tagged apps with the traits that define you or you've expressly described. Like a Pandora for apps and games.
Is there a way to tap into the actual usage of those other apps on your phone?
We do that too. So we don't, the usage part we don't do right now because it's another permission to ask from the user, and Android users don't like to know all that stuff, but it is a feature we're going to add in the future. What we do right now is optimize all the search results and everything based on conversion. So if something doesn't do well based on search, it gets boosted down. And even if it gets boosted down, we actually have a human editor look at why. Was it mistagged, or was there something we have to change in our algorithm too that's putting something too high above? But we're constantly optimizing. Now we have lots of data too.
And did you ever compare your results to, say, just doing straight searches, like the search components, doing straight searches in the App Store and see what you come up with? And
so with the App Store, it's always keyword-based.
Yeah.
With us, it's a trait-based thing, and we do definitely match them together. I think we're trying to emphasize new and up-and-coming apps, and that's the emphasis, which is we can't beat Google at some things. And so basically, we have to focus on users who are looking for new things and add a layer that Google isn't going to do, which is editorialization, which is gamification, and basically, that's the third one, I forget.
So it's like 90% of the time, if I do a search for racing games on your platform versus in the App Store, I'm going to get completely different results.
Ours will change, but our whole goal is that we see you do the search, and especially if you like it, the feed will start putting new items in your feed that match racing games, and we actually learn about your behavior from that too.
As an app builder, can I trigger fetch to be better found? So bypass App Store optimization tools?
So we don't do that. So that's what we didn't like, because developers, no offense to all developers out there, they write their description to be really optimized for something. We actually have a human editor go in, put the traits that really matter to it. And now what we've done is we tag such a big amount, we have such a corpus, they call it, in machine learning, that we can auto-tag almost 91% accuracy on 60% of the traits. And we're going to get better and better. So even the ones we don't even fully tag, we'll be able to get pretty high accuracy on.
And which stores do you plan to integrate?
So right now we're on Android, so we get installs from Android, we drive to Android. We will do an Apple HTML5 version, and if Apple allows more, we do more. We think we're different than some of the other apps that came before, which is really get you to the top list. We're about how do you discover those small hidden gems that really matter to you.
So just one more
Last
question.
question.
Yeah. So who else is doing that? Who else is building the game genome? Someone else must be, no? You
I
heard
haven't
it?
seen it. It takes a lot of human effort, right?
Yeah.
It takes a lot of human work, and so we haven't seen that, and we think that's some of our defensibility, and will hopefully help us target users with good recommendations and even monetization in the future.
Excellent.
Great.
Thank you very
guys.
much, Alan.
Oh, I got stickers and shirts. Come by.
All right.